Yo, what is good everyone? It's your boy OJ here coming at you with another video, and we're starting this week off strong. Today we're going to be talking about Nintendo's inclusion of popular third-party characters such as Ryu and Cloud Strife, and what I think, and of course I want to get you guys' opinion. I've heard a lot of varying different opinions. Most people are freaking hyped because it's Cloud Strife. He's the main character in one of the most influential RPGs of all time, hands down. There's no debating that fact. Cloud Strife is just a huge, immensely popular character that really benefits Nintendo and Square Enix of him being inside Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. But I have heard some people complain that Cloud Strife isn't a mainstay of any Nintendo games, or Cloud Strife isn't worthy, or not that he's not worthy, but he shouldn't be there because there's other Nintendo first-party characters and other even third-party characters that have represented in Nintendo platforms more than anything. But I'm here to tell you guys something right now. And it's the same thing as with Ryu, even though Ryu was in Street Fighter 3DS. They had the Super Street Fighter for the 3DS, and of course Virtual Console stuff. So this is a business decision, guys. This isn't about who deserves it more than others or anything like that. This is a pure business decision. Square Enix has a bunch of great characters. They have IPs that are very popular in Japan and that people look up to, obviously, around the world. Nintendo has the premier fighting game, and yes, I said fighting game, the premier fighting game in the world. It is a match that needs to happen, and it increases the appeal of Cloud and of the upcoming Final Fantasy VII Remake, which I've already talked about how I think that's coming to Nintendo NX in the future. And of course it increases the appeal of Smash Bros. To now where you have pretty much some of the most iconic characters in the history of gaming. Pretty much almost all of them. I mean, you've had Snake, even though he's not in Smash Bros, the newest one. You still have had Snake in the previous one. You have Cloud out in this one. You have Pac-Man. You have Sonic. You have Mega Man, Mario, of course Fox, Samus, all the Nintendo characters. So this is just like a monumental point, and I think that this is a business decision going forward between Square Enix and Nintendo, that they have some type of exclusive content on a Nintendo system from one of their IPs, and going forward that's going to be a very important relationship for Nintendo to maintain and to nurture, and as well as the Square Enix, because the PS4 is not doing as well as Square Enix or really anyone would have hoped to in Japan. So the NX's success is very important to Square Enix, in my opinion, from what I have seen, just because the Xbox One is DOA in that country and the PS4 isn't lighting up sales charts. So I think Nintendo and Square Enix have a mutual benefit as far as business interest goes going forward in this upcoming generation, and the generation that we're in, for the NX to launch successfully and to get more units out there, because you can't rely on the Xbox One and you can't rely on the PS4 to shift a lot of copies of your games if you're going to make games exclusive just to PS4. So I think this is a perfect business decision. I think that Nintendo and Square Enix are setting up for the future. I also think Capcom is thinking the same thing. Capcom has kind of rescinded a lot of their projects. They're not doing as much as they used to. They're really picking and choosing their spots. And yes, they have PS4 with Street Fighter V. Okay, that's exclusive. But like I said before on PlayerEssence Cross Nintendo, if you haven't seen that, Capcom needs to make sure that the NX is successful too, so they can sell their systems domestically and of course internationally. But the NX needs to be something that comes out of the gate and does well. I do think that there can be a Street Fighter, the next Street Fighter game, or something else with the Street Fighter branding on a Nintendo system, a special edition or something like that, that could have, of course, Ryu and all the great Street Fighter characters in there, and possibly even an exclusive Nintendo character or two. I do think that these are things that the Japanese game developers are really looking into, because at least with the Xbox 360 you couldn't really count on sales in Japan, but at least there was enough units out there to just justify something little, because they had some units out there because of Blue Dragon and because of Lost Odyssey and because of all those games. But with this generation, the Xbox One is just so dead there, and the PS4 is not selling like the PS3 sold in Japan, which wasn't even that great to begin with, but it was still selling way better than the PS4 is selling in Japan. You have to have another system come up and take the ranks, and I think that Japanese developers are going to make sure, or at least try to put their content out on there. I think it's mutual for both companies, as far as third-party companies and Nintendo for that business to get going with the NX, especially if it's that mobile unit and that console unit. But once again, like I said, that is just my opinion on the matter. I do not know exactly what's going to happen, but I do think that is happening. From who I've talked to and from what I've been saying, I definitely think that it's a business decision just to put Cloud Strife in there and to have one of the most iconic JRPG franchises ever, Final Fantasy, and to have that character in Smash Bros. That's something that you should really look forward to in the future, and I do think that's going to provide something for Nintendo, because I just don't think they're doing it for charity. I don't think it's just because, okay, we're going to just increase the appeal of Final Fantasy VII Remake for PS4, and same thing with Ryu, we're just going to increase the appeal. No, there's stuff going on between those companies, but we're going to have to wait and see. I think we'll see something soon. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I definitely would love to hear what you guys have to say. Alright, so that basically wraps it up for this video. Make sure you hit that like button if you did like it. Let me know you guys want more content like this going forward. And also subscribe to PlayerEssence for more news, reviews, trailers, tips, and tricks. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys, and we will see you for the next one. Peace.